Hello everybody and welcome back to Football Manager 2023 with the Guiseley Youth Academy only save, and the Premier League is really difficult. We're playing basically a relegation 6-pointer very early on in the season. We're going to be taking on Plymouth. Let's dive into the game and see how badly this season is going. Okay, so we are not in the top 16 teams of the league, as you probably would expect. We are down the bottom. We are in the relegation zone. We are 19th. We're not bottom of the league. Stoke are bottom of the league. And if you wonder how that is happening, it's because we beat Stoke to put them bottom of the league, which is lovely. We have 5 points from 9 games. We're slightly off the Kev ratio of points per game being the same, which would be lovely. So if you play 9, you want 9 points, that sort of thing. But if we win today against Plymouth, we could go to 8 points and take us away from the relegation zone. If we win by 3 goals, we could go ahead of Arsenal. We'll both have exactly the same record, so I think on Alphabet they would be ahead of us, but I don't know who's got more goals scored and things like that. Probably them. We're not scoring many goals. It's tough. It's really, really, really tough. So we can have a look here. Last episode was the 0-0 against Wolves, picking up a very good point. They got a man sent off, but we couldn't quite make that work. We got outplayed, which is generally a theme of all of our games at the moment. After that, we went to Brighton in the EFL Cup, lost 3-2. They scored in the 80th minute to give them a win. And Chapong and Supreme Dave getting us goals, but it wasn't enough for the win. We got a win over Stoke. They scored in the 70th minute, but we're already 2-0 up by that point with Crimson Mori and Jake Mills getting us the goals. But that doesn't tell the story. They had 29 shots to our 6. They had 12 shots on target to our 4. They should have scored 3.6 goals. We shouldn't have even scored 1, but we got 2. Jan Petrick, 7.4. He had an amazing game. And Jake Mills scored an absolute wonder goal, or one of you did. Scored an absolute wonder goal because your combined XG was 0.3. So, yeah. Your combined XG was 0.3 and we scored 2 goals from it. So we are struggling to create chances. Leicester lost 3-2. It looks more favourable. Favourable? That's not a word. Looks more friendly than it did. They went 3-0 up. Or we went 1-0 up, sorry. They then brought it back to 2-1 up. Then they went 3-1 up. And then in the 92nd minute, Balinese Balançon got his first senior goal. But again, it wasn't amazing. 14 shots for them, 9 for us, 9 on target for them, 5 for us, an XG of 1. We're just struggling to create opportunities in the Premier League. Aston Villa absolutely annihilated us, but that's we've got 2 central midfielders sent off in that game. We drew 1-1 with Southampton, which was nice. Andrew Neeson scored in the 81st minute. Jordan Hamilton scored for them in the 67th minute, but they did play the whole second half with 10 men, and we just couldn't break through. And again, they had more shots than us. We did have a slightly better XG, but yeah, we're not playing to a level that I think we can. And then against Arsenal, we lost in the 91st minute, but to say it was tough luck, it's not really. They had 27 shots to our 4, 11 shots on target to our 2. We are really just getting absolutely dominated in the Premier League this year, and we're going to have to beat the likes of Plymouth, the likes of the teams that are around us. So what's that? It's like Leeds, Stoke, Crystal Palace, Everton, teams like that really. And we've got a very tough run after this: Liverpool, Man City and Spurs. And then we've got Watford and Blackburn. It just doesn't, every game doesn't look very easy at the moment. And when we look at the club vision, they're happy with everything other than signing players for the future, because obviously we can't sign players, and set pieces as well. I don't think we'll get sacked if we get relegated, because it's an attempt to avoid relegation. So we'll have to see, as long as we have a bit of a fight. But yeah, there's things creeping in, like the board are now getting annoyed about defeats like 4-1 to Villa and 3-2 to Leicester. But then they really like a 1-1 draw with Southampton. So it's very hard to understand the board and what they're going to do to us, if anything. And again, the supporters are pretty similar as well. So thinking tactically, because that's what I like to do, I think what we're sort of mixing between the strikerless and the 4-4-1-1. I think the strikerless is a shape I want to stick with, but we're playing it far too attacking for this division. So what we're going to do is come into our wing-backs on support and our attacking wing-backs and change them onto support. We're not going to play a higher defensive line. We're not going to get stuck in. We're not going to step up more. And we're not going to show people inside. We're going to take off our pressing a little bit, like so. Everything else will keep the same. I think, for the moment. We're going to see how this works out. But I do want to stop encouraging our fullbacks to dribble, which is something we enjoyed doing in the previous seasons in the Championship. And then I think we'll do take more risks off for the wingers. I think I want you to have take more risks on because you're going to be a good passer. Webber with tackle hard is fine as the anchor man. I don't mind that. Supreme Dave, shoot less often. This is because we want to get good opportunities in. We're going to take tackle harder off. We're giving away a lot of sort of like silly red cards and silly fouls and things like that. And then Jan Petric, yeah, take more risks is fine for you in goal. So yeah, I think that's the changes we're going to make, and we're going to see how that gets on against Plymouth. So let's dive into the game. Well, I'll go and pick the team and then we'll dive into the game. Okay, a little bit of rotation here and there, but the back five is how we know it. Jan Petric in goal, Leek, Donkor, Joseph and Leach at the back. Hayworth is going to sit in front of them in a new sort of role for him. He's not really played the anchorman role that much. I'm sort of thinking, do we change that to a deep line playmaker? Now that we're not asking the defenders to push up as much. Could go half-back so that he sits in between the centre-backs. I feel that's going to invite a bit too much pressure, though. Yeah, not sure. What have we got on you? Tackle harder, shoot this. Oh, yeah, tackle harder's fine, yeah. Okay, we'll leave it as it is for now. Kayembe on the right, Crimson Mori running from deep. Anchapong on the left, he's back in the team. Andrew Neeson and Jake Mills partner each other up front. Andrew Neeson getting the nod because he's in pretty good form, to be honest. He's a youngster that's come in and done all right. 1 goal in 7. He's getting a few games here or there, Andrew, which I hope you're happy with. But yes, let's get into it. There's the bench. Jeff Hogg, Cox, Supreme Dave, Okonkwo, Kai Harding, Father Tonches, Cromac, Hartas and Itu. So lots of versatility, lots of depth on the bench. We'll have to see how it goes. They're suggesting we move Joseph over to the right and bring Agnarsson in on to the left-hand side. Not too sure I agree with that one, Mr. Assistant. I normally do sort of trust you, but we're not going to go with it that time. We're going to go with the team I've picked, and then I'll blame everyone else when it goes wrong. So Donkor, Kayembe, Neeson and Anchapong all lacking a bit of match fitness. Anchapong is going to be captain, is he? That doesn't sound correct. Let's have a quick look at leadership. So Supreme Dave would be the second. Kayembe's there in 4th. We've not got more. Oh my god, we're not playing many senior players, are we? Teamwork. Hayworth's there, but he's got 9 for leadership. And it looks like it's going to be Kayembe, I think. So there you go, Kayembe, our international footballer. Who does he represent? Oh yeah, Democratic Republic of Congo. Yeah. Oh no, he's not been capped by them. I thought he had. But our 5'7" nippy little winger is going to be our captain for the day. Both captains been dropped. Connor is in. You're in terrible form, Connor. You're in terrible form. And I think being dropped is probably the right decision to do. Right, let's go with. We're going to change. We're going to change our poor form, and I have faith in you that we can all go and do that. Right, we are the lowest scorers in the Premier League. It's all about confidence. You're 16th in the Premier League form table. Can you look? We need to find form quickly. Plymouth's recent struggles have them 18th in the Premier League form table. They're below us. We need to get in the front foot early. We need to pile the misery on for them. There you go. So we have win, loss, draw, loss in our last 5, which is a little concerning. Plymouth have loss, win, draw. That win, by the way, against West Ham, which is impressive because West Ham are the league holders. They're the current champions of the Premier League. So a very good, strong West Ham team, who we've already played, which I think is worth mentioning. We have already played them. So let's go into extended. We'll put the highlights down a notch so that we can all watch them without trying to keep up with a fast-moving ball. But here is Joseph, who gives the ball away straight away into midfield. Rowley, which is a stupid name. Great save from Jan Petric. That one, Bennett hit that one with some force. Let's drop this back to balanced as well, because we're not good in this division. Or I probably won't go any lower than balanced, but I feel like we need to not be pushing people forward stupidly. And we're going to put play for set pieces on because the board want us to do more from set pieces, and I don't want the board getting too pissed off. And we do have a lot of tall players that could potentially help us out from set pieces. Chiantis into the box for Plymouth, and it's a good save again from Jan Petric from the stupidly named Rowley. Or Rowley. which is just a unforgivably stupid name, isn't it? 14 minutes gone, and we are actually in Plymouth's half now. Jake Mills can't win that header, but we do flick it into Neeson. Neeson goes out to Kayembe. Kayembe, captain for the day. Kayembe shoots. He should have squared it. He should have squared it. We had a man free in the middle, but he didn't take the easy option. Leach into Anchapong. Anchapong, that's a poor pass, and Morgans is going to pick this one up. And Morgans looks to break, and Bennett looked offside. Jan Petric makes a great save again. And the referee says play on as Leach has the ball. Crimson Mori there looking like he was about to give that away. But it's an injury to Neeson, who was on a 6.8 as well. So he's actually having a decent start to the game. Supreme Dave, you are going to come on and score a goal, I reckon. You're going to come on and score a goal. So 20 minutes gone. And we are not playing brilliantly. Luna looked onside, but he's chipped it over the bar. No, Hayworth blocked it and put it over the bar, which is a good block from Hayworth. And we are not, again, we're not creating the chances. We are defending okay. I don't want to say too much because Plymouth is still on the attack, but Guillermo Augusto's tackled very well by Jay Leach. Yeah, we're doing okay at the moment. It looks to be more solid defensively than it was before, and Jake Mills is in. Jake Mills, one-on-one. Jake Mills, what a save from Della Hoz in goal for Plymouth. Oh, that's more like what we need to see. Supreme Dave onto Hayworth on the edge of the box into Crimson Mori. Can he get a shot? Anchapong! It's over the bar or wide or something. It's not on target. But just like that, the XG really climbs as Luna swings that on in, headed away by Hayworth. Claridge is there, shoots. It's a terrible shot, well over the bar. 15 minutes to go till half time. And we do look better than in recent games. Obviously, we are playing Plymouth, who have been in the Premier League for a couple of seasons now. They're not. They weren't newly promoted with us. They staved off relegation last season. Claridge, great tackling back from Crimson Mori. Has got a ball down the line. Goes to Jan Petric, who clears his line, and Morgans will take over for Plymouth. Into Cisse. Rowley. Over top. Bennett looked offside, and Chiantis is really wildly swung at that, but it was offside. And 5 minutes till half time. We have a free kick. We swing it in early, but Kane Green knocks it back to Della Hoz for Plymouth. And Plymouth have been the better team, but we are, although we've just let Bennett take that down so easily. Good save from Jan Petric to hold on to it, and he's not hanging around. Plays a 1-2 with Horworth, and I mean, that's the good passing we can do to sort of break through a press and play through attackers. As we get the ball here with Leak. Back to Donkor. Donkor into Hayworth. Hayworth to Kayembe. Kayembe, oh, his pass was intercepted. I saw what it was trying to do, but just didn't put enough on the pass. Luna comes forward. Let's zoom in a bit and have a look at the action as Luna comes there to the byline, cuts it back. It's a header, and Jan Petric, the good save. Leak getting caught out by the height of Rowley at the back post as Cisse is going to bring this one forward for Plymouth again, and that is a horrible tackle, but the referee seems to have played on because Rochenbach has the ball, lays it into Bennett. Terrible shot, and it's a goal kick. Don't think there was any repercussions for that really terrible foul. 0-0 at half time. We are hanging on. 11 shots to 3, 7 on target to 1. I just don't know what to. I don't really want to abandon this formation because it does work. What do I do? Hands together. We have to be better in front of goal. We have to hit the target. Point the finger, keep going, and then pump the fists. Keep trying. I mean, we're just not creating chances, and I don't know how we change that as such a huge underdog team in this league. It is a constant thing. I might need to go away and try some tweaks and do some research and read stuff up to see if I can find anything. But let's give them some encouragement again. See if we can at least get some momentum in our favour. We're at home, so I do want us to be on the ball and, possession hungry. As Leach has it into Anchapong. Back to Leach. Don't lose it there. He's managed to keep hold of it, but wasn't the most intelligent play. Crimson Mori into Jake Mills. Jake Mills doesn't quite have the pace. It was a cross looking for Supreme Dave, but easily intercepted. And now we're left 2-on-2 at the back, but we've done all right to get numbers back there. Cisse, ball through into Chian Tutis, who's got a wide angle. Bennett, what a save from Jan Petric. Oh my word, he is keeping us in this game. Jan Petric is having an absolute blinder at the moment. Our corners are all set up wrong as well. I need to look into that defensively, which I'm going to do now because we didn't have the player that I thought should be at the back post defending. Yeah, what is this? What is this mess? Load all routines, CLF corners. Load. There we go. That's better. Jake Mills, 6 foot, 6'1", 6'5". You go there. 5'9", 6'1", 5'7", 5'10", 6 foot. Okay, so I think our 6 foot man can still stay at the back. 5'10" and 5'9". That's totally fine. Defending from the left. Swap you two over. Right, okay. Now, hopefully, that'll be a little bit more sensible, to be honest. I think that's the only one we've got. So the attacking ones, yeah, we've got jumping reach 13, jumping reach 15. So let's swap you two over for that. Routine 2, jumping reach 15, so you can attack the front post. And then again, switch you over there. And routine 2 will switch you over there. Right. Okay. Now we've got our set pieces set up and aligned properly. Hopefully, we can have a chance at creating some chances from them. Right, KMB, captain on the day, not playing very well on a 6.4. He's going to be coming off to be replaced by, yeah, Kai Harding can come on. Normally been coming on at right back, but we're going to bring you on more advanced in this game. And Jake Mills, who's put in that pretty rubbish cross, is going to be replaced by... We could go for the pace of a Okonkwo or the passing ability of Cox. We're going to go for the pace of a Okonkwo for this one. See if we can cause Plymouth some troubles with a bit more pace. Joseph with the ball into Leach, into Hayworth. Crimson Mori looking for Supreme Dave, who tried to flick it through first time to Okonkwo but couldn't quite get it right as Joseph wins the header. Morgans picks it up. Penn tries to make a run, flicks it into Bennett. It's a good tackle and then the ball falls to Penn, I think it was, and it goes over the bar. And the resultant goal kick is played out to Leak on this side, up into Crimson Mori's feet. And that is a horrible tackle. Get Cisse off. It is a red card. It's going to be a straight red. It was a horrible tackle from Cisse. A two-footed lunge. So we have a man advantage with 25 minutes to go. Here's Leak. Just taking his time up towards Okonkwo, but Rochenbach wins the header. Penn brings it forward. I'm now thinking we could go into positive as Jan Petric with another good save. Do we now use this? I think we're going to use this. 20 minutes to go. We're going 4-4-1-1. Okonkwo, Supreme Dave, Crimson Mori in behind Okonkwo is fine. You two swap over. Anchpong, Harding, Leak, Donk or Joseph. Leach. Anyone tired? Crimson Mori is tired, but he's having a good game, so I don't want to take him off. John Leak's not having a good game, not very tired. We've got 2 subs left. What do I want to do? How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? We're gonna give him a little bit longer, and we're gonna play this shape positively. We're gonna try something. 20 minutes to go at home. We can potentially try and take the game to Plymouth here. As Jan Petric out to League, we've got a bit more space. Supreme Dave, Kai Harding. Into Hayworth. It's not a very good pass, but Hayworth makes the most of it. Supreme Dave, Harding on it again. Great little overlap from Leak. Not we've seen that very often in the game. John Leak gets to the byline, cuts it back. Garay with a header into Bennett up to Penn. And please don't tell me this is going to end in a Plymouth chance, because I thought Leak was probably the best position he's been in all day. Penn shoots Petric with a good save again and holds on. And I think we're going to have to change fullbacks now. Ito on for Leak. Harding into the fullback role, a more attacking fullback. And then we're going to change the other wing as well. Jeff Hogg is going to come on, and we're going to put Jay Leach up there into midfield left. So more pace on the wings. 15 minutes to go. Let's demand more because we've got that extra man. We're just not creating anything. We don't create any real goal scoring chances as Leach takes over the loose ball. Back to Jeff Hogg, who's just come on. Joseph into Hayworth. Leach again. Ball through. Supreme Davis, a foul. It's played on it. So, I mean, could I not have the free kick, which is right on the edge of the box, which would have been lovely. Penn, free kick into the wall, deflects over. Good block from the wall. Corner ball. It's a corner ball. It's going to be Morgans to swing this one in. He's taking his time because he's a man down. Morgan swings it in. Garay with a header. He's not going to score that time. 7 minutes to go. De La Hoz on the ball. Goes forward long. Morgans has turned his man. I mean, it's 5-on-1. We really shouldn't be conceding there. Joseph does take control of it. Not long to go. Let's demand a bit more in the final 4 minutes of added time. A draw doesn't really suit either team as Crimson Mori goes close, just over the bar. And Jeff Hogg, I don't know what that highlight started with, but he kept the ball in and then booted it out for a throw. So not too sure what that was. Bennett flicks it back. Joseph away up to Okonkwo, who's not done much since coming on, to be honest. Crimson Mori lays it back to Leach. That is full time. It's 0-0. Jan Petric, man of the match with an 8. We could not take advantage again of the extra man. Look at that, 22 shots to 7, 13 shots to 2. Plymouth should have had about 2 goals. We barely had 1. Much more possession, much more passing completed, and number of passes as well. So it's really tough because that formation has done us so well. I'm gonna have to say I don't like what I saw because we were a man up. And we just haven't created chances. Despite being rather open at the back, you managed to avoid defeat. How do you reflect on the performance? Look, it wasn't one of our better showings. It's now been some time since you last tasted victory. How are the team coping with this poor run? Look, they want to win. They'll work hard. It's too early to talk about Andrew Neeson's injury, but if they ask you that question, it's generally quite bad. Right, so we go both onto 6 points. 2 points off Watford and Arsenal, 3 points off Palace, 4 points off Everton. We're not dead and buried yet, but it's not looking positive. And now we've got this run of Liverpool, Man City, Spurs coming up as well. It's going to be pretty difficult, I think, as Andrew Neeson is out for 3 to 6 weeks with a hamstring strain. So he can go and see the physio. Okonkwo worries guys. Jan Petric on form, having an absolutely amazing game. Joy to behold. Your goalkeeper 13 saves for young Jan Petric. Draw leaves Guiseley chasing first, winning 5. Yes, and in that time it's been draw, loss, loss. So not amazing. Right, we'll be back for the next episode. We'll come back to take on maybe Crystal Palace, someone like that in mid-December. We've got Plymouth again in January, so we'll do Crystal Palace and then Plymouth, I think, or maybe Everton or Leeds or something. Someone around here, depending how form's going. But thank you so much for watching. It is going to be very tough. I know a few of you have said that if I keep this Guiseley team in the Premier League, I'll officially go down as one of the best FM players on YouTube. And one of you even said you'd subscribe. You'll join the channel membership or the Patreon and donate if we stay in the Premier League. I think you should do it before that, but it's up to you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. For now, I'm out. Cheers.